Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So I have got a bunch of new makeup to try from e.l.f. I'm sure I'm not speaking alone when I say I absolutely love e.l.f. Super affordable and usually really good quality. So they came out with a new collection recently and it's quite a big collection. There's a bunch of new stuff here to try. Highlighters, there's a really pretty new eyeshadow palette. What is this called? The e.l.f. Retro Paradise. Oh, it's an 18 shade eyeshadow palette. It actually looks like really pretty. There's lip glosses, there's a primer, there's like shimmering body oils, lip liners, brushes. There's so much stuff. So basically I just thought we could hang out, play with some of this new e.l.f. makeup, see what it's like, and I can let you know whether or not I actually think it is worth you checking out and worth you investing your money in. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. If you are new here, as always, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified of all of my new uploads. And let's jump straight into the video. All right, so quite a few products to show you here in today's video. Obviously, this is not sponsored at all. However, I did receive these products in PR, just so that you are aware. Now, this is quite a big collection. It's just dawned on me that the collection is actually called the Retro Paradise Collection. It looks like a really pretty summery kind of collection. Definitely got summery vibes. I mean, look at these glowing body oils. Oh, these look so nice. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go through everything. We'll try them sort of in the order of the way that I would normally apply them. We'll see how it goes. All right, so first up, they've actually released a primer. Now, you guys know I've been a pretty big fan of e.l.f. primers in the past. This is their new primer, Glow Oil. What does it say? Get glowing, radiant skin with this hydrating tropical elixir-infused primer oil. It's meant to be lightweight, it's meant to absorb quickly and impart a glowing sheen on the skin. Can be used alone, like worn alone or worn underneath makeup. Now, obviously, I'm an oily skin type. Oh, these things are always so hard to open. Being that I am an oily skin type, it may be... I mean, we'll see how this goes, but it may not look that cute on my skin. Packaging of it's quite nice. It actually feels quite sturdy. I've loved e.l.f. primers and the packaging of e.l.f. primers in the past. Like quite high-end, you know, for something that is so affordable and that is drugstore. But this is what this little one looks like. Oh, it actually smells really yummy. Like cherry or something. It smells good. I'm going to pop a couple of drops on my hand and then we'll work it in. Okay, so it does feel quite lightweight. Whether or not it actually entirely absorbs into my skin, oh, it really does smell really nice. But yeah, whether or not it actually absorbs is going to be the question. Being that my skin... I mean, obviously I've got, you know, my skincare on already, but being an oily skin type, normally, I mean, I absolutely love oils. I love body oils and I love facial oils, but I typically only use facial oils at night. I can't typically wear them before foundation. But yeah, this is actually absorbing quite nicely. It doesn't feel heavy or greasy on the skin. It feels really quite nice. So that's what it looks like. It definitely gives like a really pretty glow to the skin. So I guess what I'll do, there aren't any complexion products in this collection. No foundation, concealer, powder. Obviously we've got the eyeshadow palette. So I think what I will do is I'll quickly pop some foundation on off camera and then we'll come back, we'll do the eyeshadow palette and then we'll start with the other, like the cheek and the lip products. All right, so I've got foundation on now, eye primer. We're ready to dive into this eyeshadow palette and honestly, it is one of the prettiest eyeshadow palettes I think I have seen from e.l.f. so far. It's absolutely gorgeous. So like I said, it's the e.l.f. Retro Paradise 18 color eyeshadow palette. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at the colors in this. So it looks like there's a really good mixture of mattes and shimmers. And from what I can tell now, obviously I have not swatched it yet, but it does also look like there are some duochromes in this. I feel like apparently I can't read. Paraiso might be duochrome. Oh, okay. Well, it's sort of a duochrome, but there wasn't that much pigment in that one, so perhaps not a great one to start with. And then Disco. Disco is a little bit of a duochrome as well. It's like a bluey purple sort of a... Oh, it's got like a green shift to it. That one's quite pretty. Let's swatch Rise and Shine. Oh, that's better. Nice pigmentation in that one. The beautiful gold. Let's try Royal, the matte deep. Oh, hello. Okay, a lot of pigment in that one. That actually quite surprised me. I was not expecting it to have that much pigmentation. So yeah, really, really nice palette. There's a matte for the brow bone, a light shimmery color, some really nice transition colors for the crease, some deeper colors to deepen up an eye look, and then all of these pops of color and shimmers. Like overall, as a color story, I'm quite impressed with this one, and the packaging's lovely as well. It's just got like a clear cover. So first up, I'm gonna go in with Fuego. It's like a matte peach. Looks like a very light, pale pastel kind of a colour. Picking that up on my brush, and I'm going to work that one firstly through the crease. Colour kind of reminds me of the shade, there was a shade that was pretty much the same as this in the Urban Decay Ultraviolet, and it was a crease colour. It was meant to be like a pastel-y peach kind of a colour. I spent what felt like ever blending that out through my crease, and it literally didn't show up on the skin. This one has shown up really, really quickly. It's really nice and pigmented. I found it easy to blend, and it's not super, super chalky either for such like a pastel kind of a shade. All right, so that is what that looks like on both of my eyes. I'm gonna go in with this one, Sandy Bum. I love that name. That's such a cool name. And honestly, raise your hand if you have been personally victimized by getting sand in your bikini bottoms. Worst feeling ever. All right, so on a slightly smaller fluffy brush, I'm gonna pick up this one. This one's sort of like a medium brown. It's got a little bit more warm than cool in it. It does look like quite a nice sort of understated crease color. And let's just hope it blends as well as that orange did. And it does seem like it is. So cool. That's adding like a little bit of darkness to the crease, a little bit more depth to the look. So building this one up through the crease. It does build up quite quickly and quite easily, as you can see there. It sort of translates darker on the skin than it looks in the pan. And it's going to be an easy one to overdo. Like if you're wanting like a very, very soft transition, you could probably easily overdo this one and end up with quite a dark, smoky eye. So there are two separate matte browns in this palette. There's this one here, Cacao, which is more of like a neutral kind of an undertone. And then there's Coconut, which has got much warmer, kind of like a plummy sort of an undertone. They're both really, really pretty. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try Coconut, the slightly more purple toned one. So I'm going to pick that one up just on a flat shading brush, and I'm going to pack that in my outer corner. I am really curious, and certainly for you guys, you know, to see how these deep, dark matte colors blend. Because usually with an affordable palette, it's not always that good. So I've packed that onto the lid, going back in with the blending brush that I used earlier through the crease, and we're just going to try and haze out those edges and see how we go. Oh, it actually blends a lot easier than I thought. Ooh, quite impressed so far, e.l.f. It does fade a little as you blend, but not, you know, not more than I would typically expect kind of a thing, and very easy to sort of pack back on over the top. So packed on, and now we blend. They blend out quite well. Now, the two shades that are really, really standing out to me in this is this one here, Fortuna, which is like a really gorgeous bronzy shimmer, and then obviously that gold, Rise and Shine. So I think I'm going to use a combination of the two on the rest of my lids. So it's actually not bad payoff with a dry brush. This formula is a little bit chunkier than some other shimmers, you know, that I know and love, but you definitely get a little bit of pigment with a dry brush. Now we'll go in with a finger. Oh wow, okay, so yeah, you get insane pigmentation if you apply with a fingertip. Now I also want to get a tiny little hint of that super insane gold, that Rise and Shine shade. I do feel like I might be able to fit my finger in there. We'll see how I go. I just want to sort of put it, like I want the gold to fade into the bronze and then into the brown, and then we'll finish off the inner corner like with an actual highlight. Whoa, okay, that gold's so pretty. It's a very, very vibrant. Honestly, eyeshadows never translate the same on camera, and it totally bums me out, but that is really pretty. All right, I'm gonna take Canvas on the brow bone, and then I might take a little of Sea Salt. Ooh! Sea Salt is also a duochrome. I might pop a little of that one on the inner corner. And then that'll pretty much be the eye look done. Now, you guys know I love, absolutely love a matte brow bone highlight. You know, a lot of shimmers, like they're too chunky. They can age you. Sometimes it's just really nice to have a clean matte brow bone. So this color's showing up really quite nicely. I think that it's not too powdery or patchy. It's quite a pretty color. And then we're going to finish with Sea Salt, this really cool looking white shimmer. Oh, it's not really picking up so much on my brush. It's like a duochrome. I'm going to pack that one. Oh! Okay, we are getting a fair bit of pigmentation from that. It's a little chunky, but it is a really cool white with like a pearlescent kind of a blue tinge through it. It's quite nice. So overall, I really like this palette. I think it's, you know, quite good quality formulas, very, very nice colors. The mattes are beautiful, the shimmers are beautiful. Kind of with the exception of this one, I think I need to play with this one a little bit more. But yeah, really, really love this palette. So I'm going to quickly finish off my eyes off camera again. Powder everything down, pop bronzer and blush on, and then we're going to start playing with some of the other cheek products and the lip products. All right, so everything else is done. We're going to move on to the highlighters in this collection now. Now there are two of them. One looks like a shimmery sort of white and the other one looks like a rose gold. Now the different thing about these, they are multi-dimensional face and body shimmers. So these can be used on the face and the body. I mean, let's be real. Any highlighter can be used on the face and the body. So I'm wondering if there's something specific about these or the formula in these that makes them, you know, more suitable for both. Okay, so on the back it says a multi-dimensional sparkle for a reflective, wet-looking effect head to toe. Bouncy textured formula delivers stick-free shimmer. Stick-free shimmer. Don't I want it to stick? I'm a little bit confused. Look, let's just try it out and see how it goes. Now, they come, like, pretty much all of the collection comes in these little plastic little uni cartons. We'll get this one out. And this is what they both look like. So this light, like a rose gold, it looks like it may have a bit of a duochrome shift to it. This one is called Soul, and then the white one is called Luna. Oh, it's a little chunky if I'm being honest. So it's a white, but it's got quite a strong gold shift to it when it is on the skin. And then Soul is this rose gold sort of pinky looking one. It's got kind of like a lighter sort of a pinky duochrome shift. They're definitely both quite chunky in texture though. I'm not seeing wet shine from this. I'm seeing kind of like chunky glitter, but we'll try it on the skin and see how it goes anyway. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. It is really, it's a chunky formula. Now I've got textured skin. If you've got perfect skin, if you don't have any pores or any texture or any acne scarring or anything like that on your face, you may be able to use these types of formulas, but for me, typically they just look dreadful and they just really enhance the texture. So I'll give this a little go. It's quite a chunky glittery highlight, unfortunately. So for me, that's going to be a no-go for on my cheeks. I don't really think that it makes my skin look wet. Typically to get that wet look, you need a really, really finely milled, crystallized, sort of molten kind of pigment. These just aren't really that, unfortunately. Yeah, not a huge fan of those ones. That's all right. Moving on. So there are quite a few lip products in this collection. Now, firstly, there are the Dream On lip glosses. So there are 4 shades of these. I'm really intrigued by this one here. It's like a blue with like a pink shimmer. As part of the collection, there's also this 5-piece lip kit, which is pretty cool. So you've got 4 different lip liners and then like a shimmery gloss in the middle. Yeah, I guess I'll swatch each of the glosses so that you can see the shades. Like I said, I'm quite curious about that blue one. And I'll also, we'll have a little play of the lip liners and see how these go as well. All right, so these are the 4 glosses that come as part of the collection. These are called the Dream On Lip Gloss. 4 shades, and I did just work out that the shade that comes as part of that lip liner set is the same as the shimmering one here. So let's have a little swatch of these and see what they look like and see what the formulation is like. So we'll swatch the shimmering one first. Ooh, quite a nice little doe foot applicator on the end of these. That looks like it would apply quite well. Oh, they smell amazing. Like fruit punch cordial. All right, so that one's basically pretty much clear. It's got a tiny little bit of shimmer, and I'm assuming the pink is going to be, oh yeah, it's like a coral kind of a color. Oh yeah, the pink gives a very, like they're very, very sheer. It's like a bit of a deeper pink, the strawberry daiquiri one. Pretty much looking exactly like the other gloss. Now the blue one, is this like a literal blue lip gloss? Is this a thing now? I mean, am I getting too old? I don't know. Okay, so it comes off pretty much clear with a tiny bit of blue sparkle. So they're very sheer. I'm sure that you can't really even see them too much at all. And then moving on to the actual lip liners, there are 4 colors of lip liners. So 3 sort of more neutral colors and then a vibrant pink. So I think I'll go with the light nude. I'll see how it goes on my lips. I mean, they're pretty basic lip liners. There's nothing... I wouldn't say there's anything, you know, fancy about them. So I've lined my lips and I'm actually going to colour them in as well. It's a very, very pretty colour, this one. It's like a really soft, kind of pinkish, peachy-ish nude. It's pretty. One thing I do quickly want to say is I feel like that primer, I mean, you know, I was able to apply my foundation, powder everything down, but I felt like the primer sort of caused my foundation to get patchy in areas. Like at some points I would touch my face with the sponge and I would feel like the foundation sort of left like a bit of a red patch. So it definitely doesn't lend itself to helping your foundation adhere. And I've just noticed that I'm even missing sort of some foundation around my lip here. Yeah, just some feedback. Obviously I'll keep wearing it and I will update you, but as a first impression, my foundation's definitely not, like, it's not gripping to my face as well as it normally does with that primer. And then over the top of that, I'm gonna go in with the Strawberry Daiquiri Gloss. Honestly, these smell so nice. Oh, you'd be hard pressed to stop me from eating this. And they smell so good. Not too like crazy sticky. They're definitely more of like an easy wearing kind of a gloss formula. I don't really feel like they would last a particularly long time on the lips because they're not overly sticky, but there's also no chunkiness or like texture with those glitter particles that are in there. Smells delicious. I really, really like these glosses. I would definitely continue to wear these. They're really nice. And then lastly, to finish off this collection, there are these glow up body oils, they are called. Now these come in 2 different shades. They look very, very pretty. Very shimmery. So there's 2 shades. This one here is Sun-Kissed. It's like a champagne kind of a color. And then this one is Golden Hour. Now, all I'm going to be able to do is swatch these. I'm obviously all rugged up, so it's going to be quite tricky to show you. But I should be able to get a good idea from how these feel and how they swatch as to if I, you know, think they're any good. Okay, so they're not like super, oh yeah, they are quite runny actually. So that's the bronzy one on the back of my hand. They look like liquid highlighters, to be completely honest. Like that's what they look like on the skin. So let's rub them in. Oh, okay, so that's what the champagne one looks like there. It's actually quite a nice, it feels like a dry oil sort of a formula. Oh, they're scented exactly the same as the glosses, I think. Smells like a fruit cocktail, smells amazing. And then this is the bronze one. Ooh, how beautiful is that? So that one's gonna be so nice, like on the chest, the décolletage, on the arms. Gives a really pretty bronzy glow to the skin. Now, whether or not these actually dry down is the question, because I'm quite finicky with body oils. I don't like body oils that leave that sticky, greasy kind of residue on my skin. I want them basically to completely, you know, I want the oil aspect to absorb and just be left with the shimmer. Look, I'm fussy. I'm high maintenance, okay, because I got an oily face. I don't want oily skin all over. No. But they are quite lightweight. They kind of remind me of the Fenty Body Lava. Probably not quite as shimmery, but very, very close. They do still feel a little tacky though, so we'll have to see how they go. I'll have to slather myself in them and update you guys. Oh, they honestly, it smells like perfume, like a fruit cocktail. It smells so nice. So there you go, guys, a bunch of new e.l.f. products tested. I quite liked a few of these. I'm not 100% sure on the primer yet. Like I said, I feel like it's kind of affecting the way that my foundation is gripping to my face. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes through the day as my oils come through. I will absolutely update you guys in the description bar or in the comments on how it wears during the day, and I'll test it on some other days as well. Obviously not a fan of the highlighters. They're just too chunky. They're too glittery. I feel like they did nothing but emphasize the texture. Described as a wet, like sort of glisten on the skin, and I just really didn't find that with them at all. So yeah, this is an absolute standout. I really, really like this palette. I totally think that this is worth the money. Totally would recommend if you're after a palette with these kinds of shades in it. Very, very nice. Love the look that I came up with. Love that there's a whole bunch of colors in there to play with as well. Very summery, very pretty. Really, really like this. Lip liners weren't that impressive. I mean, they're standard lip liners. Personally, I prefer the Rimmel formula. They're really, really nice. Super creamy, super, super long lasting. These, I mean, they're just, you know, they're affordable lip liners. Nothing really too special about them. I do quite like the lip gloss formula though. Very, very lightweight on the lips. Smells delicious. Doesn't have like a nasty taste. You know how sometimes when you put like a lip gloss on and then afterwards you're like, oh, I've got this awful taste in my mouth. That doesn't happen at all. Really, really pretty colors. The glitter's not chunky, quite like these. And like I said, I will update on how the body oil goes. Oh, yeah, she still feels a little bit tacky. It needs time to dry down. We'll give it time to dry down, but they look very, very pretty when initially applied. And it's very nice packaging too. So yeah, those are my thoughts or my first impressions on this collection. Let me know what you guys think. Have you picked up anything from the collection? Are you going to pick up anything from the collection? I'm feeling like we should do like another full face of e.l.f. video soon. I did one a little while ago. I feel like we're overdue for another one though. So yeah, let me know all of your thoughts down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you're all having a great day, and I will catch you all in my next video.